Hey everybody, welcome to our channel, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. We are,
Our second journey. My name is Linda.
and I'm Tim, and we're very happy to have you here today. Today we're going to do a review of the Celebrity Summit, which we just sailed on December of 24, and we had a great time. All right, our honest review of the Celebrity Summit. Start off with Embarkation. What do you think of Embarkation?
Embarkation was perfect. We got there early. We embarked in Puerto Rico. We got there about an hour and a half before our scheduled time, and they let us in. It wasn't a problem.
That was just because the hotel kicked us out early.
Yeah.
We couldn't stay in the hotel all day.
And then we got right on our ship. Our room was ready, and we started our cruise.
Yeah, it was great sailing out of San Juan. The departure I think was actually 7 o'clock, and
Yeah,
we
it
got
was
on board
late.
like 11:30 or 12, and so that was great because not all that many people were already embarked. The ship was mostly empty. Gave us a lot of time to explore and discover the ship before we really got started on our cruise. So it was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, good, very good. I'd rate that a 5 out of
Yeah, I would
5.
give it a 5. San Juan, very easy cruise port to get into and out of. It was just very easy getting on the Celebrity
Yeah.
Summit, and it was phenomenal.
Yep.
One thing about going out of San Juan, now we were sailing Aqua class this time, and we had heard on the smaller ships they'll let you out on the helipad as you depart port. Well, it was 7 o'clock, so that wasn't going to happen. It was dark in December. But we actually were pleasantly surprised because they offered us the next 2 days coming into port that we could go up on the helipad. And we took advantage. That was a phenomenal experience coming into port into St. Martin. We did.
Yeah, it was great. It's a lot of fun. What did you think of the ship?
I thought the ship was great. It was a good small ship. It was an older ship. There are some signs of rust around the outside, which, ships float in the ocean, salt water, they're going to get rusty, especially an older ship. But I think the ship was kept immaculate inside. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was kept up. It was clean. Yeah, it was a nice ship, and I thought it was small, intimate.
Yeah, it was definitely. You got to know it very quickly, and a little bit of a throwback to an older day with it. Not so super modern, but it was nice.
Which was
It was
fine.
yeah. So we loved it.
Yeah, we love the Celebrity Summit.
And so, what would you grade the ship?
I would grade it a 5.
I'd give it a 4, just because it was a little rundown, certain areas a little rusty. But yeah, it was very good, very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn it away just because it's an older ship. Have you sailed the Celebrity Summit? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What were your thoughts on the room?
It was an average stateroom. I mean, it wasn't anything phenomenal. We did have the Aqua class, but I mean, it didn't affect the room. But the room was clean. Everything was perfect when we got in there. Everything worked. It did lack electrical outlets.
Outlets, yeah, probably older day.
It was an older ship. So, but average. No, we had a bigger balcony on that one.
We did. We were on a balcony where it kicks out, where the ship, the balconies kick out on the ship.
But
which was great. We didn't pay for that. We just
picked,
we got a great offer. It was just a guaranteed balcony, and they gave us a phenomenal location. So it was great.
I don't know if that's because we had the Aqua class.
Well, Aqua class is in that area.
Yeah.
Anywhere. We just happened to get the larger of the balconies. So it was good. Now the balcony did have we were beneath one of the decks, so the deck extended out and there were some stanchions. Personally, I think it's somewhat obstructed just because of the way the ship's designed. I mean, you don't have a full 100% unobstructed view of the ocean. It's just the design of the ship. But it was great. It was great. I had no complaints.
No, I had no complaints.
Especially it was a guarantee.
Yeah, and it was an average stateroom. Clean.
Yeah. Outlets, I think there were 2 outlets on the desk near the balcony. And then I think there were 2 by one side of the bed, not the other side of the bed. And they did have 2 USBs by the balcony on the desk as well.
Right.
What would you score the room as?
I mean, it was a 4.
Yeah, I would agree
Solid
with a 4. Yeah, I would agree with a 4. Again, just some dated things in there, but nothing to be afraid of. No. It was good. It was good. It's a good experience.
How about the main dining room? What did you think of the main dining room?
So we were in aqua class, so our main dining room was blue, which is exclusive to aqua class. We did order off the Cosmopolitan menu, which is the standard main dining room. We did not dine in the main dining room, the Cosmopolitan main dining room, just because we did have blue. It was a nicer, more intimate experience. You got to know your servers very well there.
Very well.
And they got to know us very, very well. But for main dining, Celebrity, I think, has the best food. Just, it was phenomenal. And I would say that we ordered off the blue menu, maybe half time off the Cosmopolitan menu. So we got the same menu that was in the main dining room.
Yeah.
So, but the food itself was phenomenal.
It was very good, very good. We ate breakfast there every day too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice sit down breakfast.
Yeah, very nice sit down breakfast. Yeah, the servers knew us. They knew what we wanted.
The sommelier knew
exactly.
The
sommelier knew exactly what we wanted. It was a very good experience. The aqua class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was worth every penny we paid for that.
Yep, for the included dining, and then the buffet. What were your thoughts around the buffet?
It was an average buffet. I mean, it was good. The food was good. I mean, it was nothing, say, oh, it was great, but it was an average buffet. We ate lunch there a lot.
Yes. Yep. It was quite often lunch or snacks in between sometimes.
Yes. But it was an average buffet. Food was good. It was clean. No lines that you had to stand in. Always a seat available. So
yeah, I liked the buffet. I thought it had a good variety of foods that were all fresh and good.
Yeah.
Pizza was good. It was
it wasn't
MSC,
but
Italian
it was good.
Pizza. It was good pizza.
It was good.
Yeah. No complaints there. So would you score?
I would score
dining?
the
included dining.
The included dining. I mean, I would say 5 for the the aqua in our blue.
Yeah.
But
that's main dining.
Yeah, that's main dining.
So. I would give it a 5 as well. I think the food was phenomenal. Maybe not quite the service in Cosmopolitan, but we don't know because we got spoiled with blue.
With blue. The service was excellent in blue. So.
How about specialty dining? What did we do for specialty dining?
Specialty dining was a lot of fun. We did La Petite Chef, which I went in there not thinking the food would be as good because of the show, but we were pleasantly surprised. The food was excellent. The show was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. I would recommend if you could do that to do it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was definitely great. Price wise, it's probably pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Celebrity, it was attractively affordable comparing to if you were to do Le Petit Chef in some of the major cities. We were just looking at a price in the city. It was like $125 a person. It was nowhere near. It was about half that price that we paid. And it was a phenomenal experience. It was a show.
It was a lot of fun.
Probably great for kids, maybe 5, 6 and up. There were some kids there, a little fidgety in the beginning because the show hadn't started. But once the show started, they've got a kids menu. Yeah. So I think it'd be a great family event too.
It was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend that. Yep. I would give La Petite Chef a 5.
I would agree. The food was great, service was great, and the show was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
I think it's probably something you might only do once.
Yeah.
The shows are different, I think, but unless you're really a Petite Chef addict, I don't think you'd want to do it multiple times. I think once. Yeah, once in a while, maybe.
But I would definitely do it once.
Absolutely, highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Bars.
Bars. Oh, that was the bar. We spent most of our time at the Martini Bar. By the end of the first day, it was amazing how the bartenders literally knew our name. They knew who we were.
They knew our name.
They knew our name. They knew the drink we wanted. It was a lot of fun. The Martini Bar was a lot of fun.
We did frequent the other bars, and they were all fun.
Oh, they were all great.
The drinks were very
consistent. The drinks were totally consistent all the time. Every drink you ordered.
Yeah, we just fell in love with the Martini Bar and just continued to do that because they knew us and knew us very well.
They knew us.
So of course we always went back there.
And it was right in the middle of a lot of.
It was near the Grand Foyer. It was on deck 4, so it was kind of centralized. Too. It was very easy to get to.
Yeah, even when we did the silent disco, it was right smack dab right in front of that, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, those guys were great. They put on a great show.
Yeah.
I think they probably put their premier bartenders there. That's how I was like, we asked them, like they kind of laughed, like, how do you know our names already? How do you know
Yeah,
our
I
drinks?
don't know how they memorize your
It
names and
was
what you want to
amazing.
drink, but it was good. But
Pretty
the
good.
drinks, every bar we went to, the drinks were very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was very good. I think the bars were excellent on the Celebrity Summit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I would definitely give them a 5.
I
It was,
definitely a 5. Yeah,
the service, the drinks, the alcohol they would use. It's all
it's all
very
everything
good
was
stuff.
it was very good.
Yep,
Very good.
definitely a 5.
Hmm.
If you find this content useful, please like, comment, and please consider subscribing. We appreciate it.
And it helps our channel grow. Entertainment.
Entertainment.
I mean, no Broadway shows. The shows were okay. I mean, we got this,
We're entertained.
yeah, we were entertained, but I mean, it wasn't, the shows that you would see on Norwegian, but it was fine. It was okay.
Yeah, they were entertained. It was different every night. They had some acrobatic shows. They had some musical type shows, some music and dance. And again, they were entertained. The comedian was pretty good. The one area I think they were really lacking is music around the ship.
Yeah, there was not much music.
They had some music, but it was like there was an acoustic guitarist, and then there was a steel pan
yeah.
guy, and he was fine. It's nice, light music for dining and that, but that seemed to be their main. He was always in the grand foyer, which again was fine, but I like to have like a little more of a live band type sound, something more upbeat. And maybe it's that they appeal more to the older retired crowd. That's kind of us now too.
Yes.
But again, it was good. It was, the acoustic guitarist was fine. The steel pan background was fine. Just want something. We usually like to find a band we really like and hang out. And we just never found that.
Yeah, definitely. That was lacking, but
yeah. What would you give them entertainment wise?
Maybe a 3.5.
Yeah, I'd go 3. Again, the shows, we didn't get up and walk out of the show. They weren't terrible.
They weren't
the shows
terrible.
were good.
They were just
kind of lacking again in the music around the ship.
But I did like the setup of the theater. I liked the way the theater was set up. I liked the little you had the tables right there in front of you. It was really a nice theater, I thought.
Little cozy, little couch-like chairs that had like a
it was a very nice
built-in bar table right there to put your drinks on, which we found
once again. I think that's because it was an older ship.
Yeah, we did find the servers weren't wild about those. They kept putting down napkins.
Yeah,
and I mentioned about making a stay on their table, and they said no, it's because they didn't want the drinks sliding off the table.
Yeah.
Activities.
I think they had a lot of activities. Activities that were included. Yeah, I mean we did quite a few things. Like
we did a couple of the art projects.
A couple art projects we did, and
we did dot painting, and we did a resin bookmark.
All that was it was included, and it was in a nice venue that they did that.
They had archery event, which was pretty cool.
You did the archery event.
I did paper airplane.
Yeah.
Flying.
I mean they did a lot, I think, to entertain you.
Yeah, it was
always all the ships have the trivia and
they did
the movies
and they did movies outdoors at night on the upper deck. They definitely had activities going on.
Yeah, they definitely had the activities.
Not nearly, didn't seem as much as Norwegians seem to always have something going on.
Yeah.
They were good though.
They were good, yeah.
So activity wise, I give them a 4.
Yeah. I would give them a 4.
Yeah. So if it's something you're looking to do, like we got back from our excursion and we just wanted to relax, but they had an activity going on, so we could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. And the ship was not crowded. You never felt crowded on the ship. And
it was phenomenal.
It was great. And there was, I mean, it's not a ship for young children, I don't think. There wasn't.
No water slides.
There's no water slides. I mean, but.
They had a kids club.
They had a kids club. I mean, you didn't get distracted by kids. It was a good ship.
Yep, absolutely. Service on the ship?
That was excellent. Yeah, did not lack service at all. And anything you needed, Every place we went, the service was phenomenal on the
Yeah,
ship.
our cabin
Our
steward was
cabin steward
phenomenal.
was great. Yeah.
Absolutely. He'd show up with a welcome bottle of wine.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you like red or
Yeah.
do you like white or do you like champagne?
Yeah, it was excellent. The service was excellent on
Yeah,
the Celebrity ship.
throughout bars,
Everywhere,
food.
everywhere we went.
Yeah, I'd definitely give the service a 5.
5, definitely.
Yeah, I think Celebrity just is a step above on
Mm-hmm.
service, and the ships just felt a little more intimate.
Yeah.
And we'll be sailing Celebrity a few more times later this year.
So
we'll go on the bigger ships, the Beyond the Ascent, and we'll let you know.
Let you know how that is.
Overall value for your Celebrity trip.
I thought we got great value for our money on Celebrity.
Yeah, it was. Of course, Celebrity is a little step above, a little pricier, but we did get a phenomenal deal on this.
On
so
our
if you
Aqua.
can score, it was Aqua too. And we had a phenomenal deal. So if you can score a great deal, that's definitely a value. If you're paying regular rack rates, it may not be as good a value.
Yeah.
But do your research, look around. If you have any questions, certainly reach out and ask us how we found our deals and how we found a lot of our upcoming deals. We're definitely deal shoppers, and we get great deals for what we're doing.
Yeah,
we don't.
The Celebrity is definitely a step above.
Yep. What would you score value as?
I'd say a 5.
I'd give them a 4 just because they are a little pricier, but you do get a heck of a lot of value for what you're paying. So I have no complaints there.
No.
Wouldn't give a perfect 5 where everything's absolutely, where it's very, very cheap and very, very good.
You're gonna have a
hard time finding that.
Yeah,
but it might be out there.
But...
And so here's our scores. And what's your final thoughts?
My final thought is, so far, I think Celebrity was way above any of the other ships that we've sailed. Not that we've been on all of them, just we've been on Norwegian, Royal, MSC, and then the Celebrity. And that is our number 1 cruise line as of right now.
Yep, absolutely. Very much love Celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on these cruise lines. We have some other cruises coming up. We'll be announcing later that we're trying out some different cruise lines as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Celebrity, again, they feel a step above. We are going to try another one's going to be a step above as well in the future. So we'll make a comparison there. But yeah, Celebrity, phenomenal. The smallest ship, we've been on smaller ships on Norwegian. They were smaller, intimate as well. It feels nice.
It was, everything was a step above on Celebrity.
Absolutely. So we'll look forward to meeting you on one of the Celebrity ships in the future.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Yep. See you soon.